What noise do you think you guys' Pokemons make?
Um,
It's a trick question for you, Blake.
yeah, I don't know. Um, I think that Sandile would probably almost make like a and Mine would probably be like I don't know, how does a Mime sound? That's the hard one.
That's what I was saying. That's the
That's
trick
the trick
question.
question part.
Uh,
Mime.
they're just like, hey.
Oh, I hate that. Oh man,
I don't know.
I feel like Chinchou would be like the humming of like a fully electric vehicle, just kind of like
Yeah, I could see
almost
that.
like alien like noises. As for Wildfire, it's like standard horse noises, maybe
To the
something a
side
little
of
bit more
campfire.
elegant. Yeah, a crackling horse neigh, absolutely.
I like to imagine that since there's such a size difference between Ralph and Jimothy, they're like on opposite sides of like the spectrum. Like Snorlax is really deep and Joltik is like really high. I don't know, but even know.
It's actually a good, fun question. I like that. I like the question.
Mhm.
Yeah. I feel like Poliwrath's voice tone is kind of high. I don't feel like it would be really low.
I don't
After we
know.
kind of gave him that into 80s music with being Michael Jackson as his first choice.
Maybe Mine sounds like oh, or something. I don't know.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We are with the Gradient League Neon cast here. Where we last left off was the group was going. They had just concluded the second round of the Kanto Open. The second round was a navigation course through a section of Vermilion Beach where they had to avoid rock obstacles, a whirlpool, various Pokemon that were scattered about, and they had to use their loner Pokemon to be able to make it through 2 goalposts at the end of the obstacle course. After concluding this, the weather has cleared up. The cast forms that were being used to set forth the storm have lessened it up. We're no longer in the middle of a storm, and it's back to the bright sunny day. This was only an hour for that challenge, so we do have the rest of the day here. But before they let you go, Dragon Blood is going to let you know that the reward for you all today is going to be something very special. A gift from the Pokemon League to you, just as it was with the dinner on the SSN. He's going to tell you all to take this time to go ahead and go get a change of clothes. He's sure that you're all cold, and take a little bit to rest. But meet him in Vermilion Central Park near the Battle Arena tonight at 7 o'clock. And he'll have something waiting for you.
Okay. Is it safe to presume that this is the third round?
What is the third round?
He said he basically had something for us.
No, he said it was a gift.
Oh, okay. My bad. I didn't hear that.
He will dismiss you, and you guys can do whatever you'd like to do for the rest of this day up until that point. So if there is anything, first thing first would, of course, being a change of clothes after being soaked from the storm. But past that, what do you guys want to do?
Just going to go to sit and make sandcastles.
All
Just
right.
gonna relax, have a little bit of fun after
yeah.
This
being like
is our
traumatized.
beach episode.
I'll release El Champo and just let him go crazy in the sand. Just be like, there you go, buddy.
All right. So the beach is still pretty wet from the storm. It's just now broken up. You guys are still playing, and after a little bit, you'll head back towards the hotel to get changed. And along this path, as you're heading north on the main street up towards the Vermilion Savoy, you guys are going to spot a Pokemon with brown and white fur that looks like it's struggling to walk. It's currently atop the ledge of a roof of a one-story building that's facing the sidewalk you guys are walking along. It's like up above you guys. And it's weakly jumping from one roof to the next. It's clearly exhausted and struggling to move.
I have a medicine check. I'm gonna try and maybe call out to it to try and see if it needs assistance. I'm gonna say, Hey, are you hurt, little thing? You know, I'm gonna try and not really make any sudden movements, but I'm gonna try and like almost talk it down from the ledge.
It almost it's almost as if it doesn't even hear you. It's just continuing to limp forward, dragging itself along.
I'm gonna send Cindy to fly like up in front of him to try to get him to like stop moving.
Okay. So Cindy will fly up to the ledge and try to. What does Cindy do to try and stop it?
Um, Cindy is gonna try to act big, so she's gonna
Act
like
big.
peck at the whatever it's walking on, and then like put her wings out and try to like block the path essentially.
Okay. So the Pokemon will stop and look down at Cindy. Its eyes are really tired, and it's going to fall over to the side. It's not going to fall off the ledge, but it's going to like collapse where it stands.
Um,
Oh.
can
Uh,
Justine get Snorlax, like Jimothy, to like hoist her up there to try to like scoop him up or anything?
Yeah,
Or is
yeah,
it
for
like too
sure.
big? Just still. Okay.
Yeah,
So just
so
Jimothy's trying to get up on his shoulders.
you let
Like,
Jimothy out, and he's going to
Mhm.
struggle to get to his feet at first, but you'll climb up his back,
Mhm.
stand on his shoulders, and get yourself a boost. Can you roll me an athletics check to try and hoist yourself up the rest of the way?
No, I
Okay.
will not.
Well, I guess you can't then, and this thing dies, and it's all your fault. Oh,
I
you rolled a
couldn't get it anyway.
1. You rolled a 1. Yeah,
Never mind.
you're gonna try and hoist yourself up, and
Mhm.
your feet are gonna scramble trying to pull the rest of your body, but it's getting
Right.
you nowhere, and you're not going to be able to get back on top of the or get on top of the ledge.
Hey, I
Jimothy is
tried.
still standing there. If anyone else would like to try and use him as a boost.
okay, I wanna use him as a boost, but can I also toss my basic rope up and actually try and like see if like maybe something can kind of if it can latch onto something, or would that not be possible?
You could try and make a lasso, but you don't really see anything up there. So it'd
Okay.
be a shot in the dark, quite literally.
Okay, never mind then. Yeah, I'm gonna see if in that case. Oh, hold on, I actually do have something for this. I'm so sorry, I keep accidentally clicking the wrong things. I have a +2 bonus to athletics, acrobatics, stealth, perception, and survival while I'm in this terrain. I didn't realize that I would have been applying that in the other thing. It's okay. Anyway, so because I have a +2 bonus, I'm gonna go ahead and try to use an acrobatics with Jimothy, and then
Sweet.
+2.
Yeah, you're going to pull yourself up and roll over the side, and you do see this small. It's sort of like a mix between like a fox and a dog. Um,
Okay.
Brown fur, but like a white mane almost, and white fur down its chest. White tip of the
Okay.
tail, and it is unconscious. This thing looks really thin, and it's clearly sick.
I I wanna
Oh,
I wanna grab this thing and for starters, I think I'm gonna go ahead and like kind of like hold it. Like I'm gonna like lay down. I'm gonna hold it over the edge. That way, someone can just reach up and grab it. That way, we don't have to risk dropping it or anything.
Brybang will reach up and
And climb up Jimothy and
take the hand off.
Okay,
way
and
to
then
go, Barbie.
I will jump down afterwards. If it needs immediate medical attention, I can try to do something. I have decent, but if there's a Pokemon Center nearby, I just say we should do that.
there's definitely a Pokemon Center nearby, and this thing just looks sick. It doesn't look like immediate, but I mean, it is very ill.
Right, right. Okay, yeah. Let's get this thing to a Pokemon Center.
Jimothy's forehead is leaned against the building that he was trying to hoist you guys up on, and he's taking a nap. He fell asleep.
Just
Thank
He's like a
thank you,
no.
giant
Timothy. I
fly.
appreciate the hope.
Just makes me
Uh,
like, come on, buddy, we got stuff to do. Get up.
he'll turn around and head back for you guys. Kind of struggling to keep up. I would imagine you'd probably just recall him because he is
Mhm.
God.
Yeah.
He's so slow. You'll pull him back
Nothing.
and
No.
you'll pull him back and head your way over to the Pokemon Center. And heading in, the pushing through the door and going into the lobby, you're gonna see a very thin man with like bubblegum pink hair, and bright blue eyes, a beaming smile. He's wearing a smock and has a Chansey off to the side. And he's going to say, "Hello, everybody. Can I help you with something?"
Rye's gonna
yeah.
hand out the Pokemon and say, "The little dude's sick, man."
Oh no. Is it your Pokemon? And he's going to immediately be doing like a medical examination, lifting up the eyelids, checking the sheen of the fur, looking at the paws.
No, we just found him, along the roof line.
Oh, that's terrible. I'll see what I can do. And go ahead.
I was just gonna ask. I don't think Kieran would know, so I'm gonna ask them how much. How much will it be for your services? I have 50 Poké Dollars. I'm gonna like offer it to them.
Well, are you all trainers?
Yeah. Well, we're getting
You
our license.
you don't have your license quite yet. I'm
No,
very.
wait. Sir. Let me rephrase that. We are going to get our license. We have already won 2 of the 3 rounds. We are a shoe in to get this license.
Well, I wasn't gonna. I wasn't implying anything. I was just going to have to sadly inform you that our services aren't free to people without official trainer's licenses. And with you not having your trainer's license yet, I'm gonna have to bill you. But let me focus on trying to help this Pokemon first. And he'll cart the Pokemon back to the room with Chansey as well. The nurse is going to cart the Pokemon back out onto the table, and you'll see that it's still pretty weak. It doesn't seem to have been cured. It's still very sick, but it has a little bit of its energy back. It can still walk around a little bit, but it's clearly still sick.
Okay.
He's
Die.
going to say, I'm not exactly sure what sickness it has, but he is very ill. Are you all going to take care of him?
What does he need? I'm sure that we would love to take care of him if we can.
Well,
Josephine is
I-
already coddling the poor little guy.
I can certainly prescribe some medicine to help with the symptoms, but without actually knowing what the Pokemon sickness is, I'm not sure that I can entirely assist. We might need to take this to the professor. Maybe they might know what to do. But for now, I think lots of rest and this medicine should help too.
Take the medicine from him, and let's just all turn around and walk. Just don't let him say another word.
Hold up.
Don't even worry about it.
If they ask for my name, I should just say my name is Anthony.
No, tell him it's one of the people we've had a problem with.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Anthony's the
Oh,
dude
Mr. Cheater,
who had the white suit.
Let's go.
Oh.
My friend said he'd get me for it.
All right. Well, I've put everything in the system, and I will need to know. And I really hate this aspect of the job, but who will I need to write the bill out to?
Kieran Vaughn.
Kieran Vaughn.
Oh.
All right. And
Should have lied.
I know. I think it's what Kieran would say, so I don't want to metagame. I'm
You're gonna
say
take
Kieran
out.
Vaughn.
You're gonna take out a slip of paper from a pad of it, write down a couple of things, fill out the forms, and say, "Well, here you are," and you'll be given a bill for 5,000 Poké Dollars.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
That serves both the healing services as well as the medicine.
Okay. I'm writing down my debt. I have a little debt list over here.
Kieran's about to owe a lot of money.
Okay. I'm like kind of like looking down at the bill. And I'm gonna say, are there any odd jobs in town whenever we're between work that need done? I work for cheap.
Well, there is a bounty board outside, but most of those are particular for trainers with their licenses. So you should be able to take them if once the Open concludes tomorrow at the ceremony. Once you get your license, you'll be able to do whatever you need to.
Kieran's eyes are gonna light up, and he's going to say, "Oh, so trainers can take those then, and they can. Is there like a limit to how many they can work?"
No, absolutely not. And if you are a trainer, then our Pokemon services, our Pokemon healing services are entirely free. They're covered by the league.
I'm going to be ecstatic, and I'm going to say thank you so much. Yes, I'll get right on that. We'll all be licensed trainers next time you see us. And I'm going to I'm gonna happily get almost clicking my heels running out the door.
He's gonna raise a hand. Well, take care.
Yes, you too.
Kieran, as you turn around and you start heading out, the door in front of you is going to warble a little bit. And what you'll see is a man in a white suit, torn pant leg, but you can't see his face.
Where are you going?
Whoa.
I'm gonna kind of rub my eyes a little bit. I'm gonna say, I'm sorry, what?
I asked, where are you going?
I'm gonna Kieran's gonna start backing up and everything, almost kind of losing track of what to say. He's actually going to stumble and almost fall onto his ass. I'm gonna kind of start scraping at the ground, desperately trying to back away from the door.
Brad is gonna insert himself between Kieran and what appears to be.
You won't. No, only Kieran. Kieran is the only one who sees this figure in the doorway. You just see Kieran drop to the ground and start scrambling away from the door. And then as quickly as it began, and whenever you look back up, Kieran, there's nothing there.
I want to be hyperventilating, and I want Kieran to be white as a ghost as I'm staring at the door with unblinking eyes for a moment, and then I'm gonna rub my eyes and kind of stand up and dust myself off, assuming that I'm just had a lack of sleep.
Okay.
Oh.
And I do need to ask, who is going to be taking care of the Pokemon?
I imagine Josephine would probably hop to take the opportunity.
Okay. So you will oversee the care of the Pokemon. Do you want to try and do a Pokemon education check to try and identify what it is?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I have. There we go.
Okay. Yeah, this is a pretty common one. You will recognize this as an EV.
I know that one.
I know that one.
So out the door you go, away from the Pokemon Center. You're holding on to the EV. And one thing that you'll look over whenever you see the bill, Kieran, is that this Pokemon is not registered to an ID.
Oh. I am gonna kind of look at that, and I want to kind of show it to the rest of the party, handing it off. I'm gonna say, I'll need that back because I need to pay the bill in the future. But look at right there. It shows that there's no trainer ID for this Pokemon. Do you figure it's a stray? Or maybe it was
Everyone's gonna ask,
abandoned.
what does that mean?
Oh. Well, to my understanding, it means that there's no trainer that owns this Pokemon. So maybe it was released or it was a stray.
I grew up on a farm actually, and used to have a lot of strays all the time. So I wouldn't be surprised if this was a stray.
Okay.
Other way,
I'm gonna kind of look and see Josephine kind of bonding with this Pokemon. Is the Pokemon unconscious right now?
No, he's awake.
Okay. Does he seem to be responding positively to the affection?
Yeah. His eyes are a little tired, but he seems to be happy.
I want to hand something to Josephine, and I'm going to say, you don't have to come up with an answer right now, but Pokemon seems to like you, and if it gets nursed back to full health, you could potentially look at making it one of your partners. And I'm gonna hand her a Pokeball.
Oh my goodness. Josephine's gonna take it, and she's gonna look visibly excited, but she's gonna try to chill out and be like, "Yeah, I think I might."
Yeah.
We'll just have to see how things go.
I'm gonna get rid of the Pokeball in my inventory.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, Josephine, you now have a second Pokemon with your Eevee. We'll work on making a sheet for it later. But for now, You have a couple more hours before it's time to head to Vermilion Central Park. Is there anything you'd like to do?
I want to ask the party what their hobbies and interests are, and I just want to basically do whatever they would like to do. Just spend some bonding time and kind of like learn more about the people I'm associating with. We can do whatever you guys feel like. We can sightsee. We can play with sandcastles. We can we just sit around on a bench or something. What do you guys want to do? I don't know. Whatever the kids are doing nowadays. Yeah.
I imagine Josephine took out Ralph and is just kind of letting them like hang out. She got him sit him down. She's just sitting there cross-legged watching them interact.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I'm actually gonna send out Mime also. I've actually grown pretty close to Mime in the time that I've used her. So I'm gonna go ahead and send her out and allow her to kind of walk with us. It looks like Jefferson had something to say.
Yeah, why don't we just go ahead and go to the park and we can just kind of let everybody out?
Just hang out there.
We won't be interrupting anybody. We can, we're not in the way of anything.
Yeah,
And just hang out there with them.
I think that'd be kind of fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you'll walk over towards the direction of Vermilion Central Park. You'll have been given directions back at the end of round 2, and whenever you make it to the Central Park, you'll see that there are a lot of like human planted trees. It's not very natural. It's clearly a man-made park. Plenty of walkways, there's little arches over waterways, and wild Pokemon are hanging out. They're pretty common ones. You'll see some, Jefferson, you'd be able to easily identify these. You're going to see some Pidgeys, you'll see some Spearows. The rest of you, you'll see like a tiny green caterpillar inching its way up a tree as you walk through the park, and eventually you'll make it to a nice seating area. Seems sort of close to the center of the Central Park, and there will be plenty of benches for you guys to sit at. Water fountains, the little splash pads and stuff.
I would like to go over to the tree where there's that caterpillar kind of climbing up the side, and I just want to like offer my arm out and everything, like like whenever like you see a caterpillar and everything, just see if it wants to crawl on my arm and everything, and I just kind of want to like almost like let it crawl all over while I'm like getting a good view of it.
Yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen. It's like you'll put its hand in front of it, or put your hand in front of its path. It'll crawl over your hand, up your arm, and then circle around, and then head its way back towards the tree once it realizes there's no food over here, and it climbs back on the tree.
I'll even lean up and I'll help put it up a little bit higher. That way it can get access to food a little easier.
Heck yeah. So for the rest of you, it was asked what your hobbies were. So let's start with Josephine. Why don't we take this time to try and introduce our characters a bit more on the level of characters. What is Josephine here for, and what does Josephine like to do?
So Josephine's here because she originally got a letter in the mail from her cousin, and her cousin is a botanist in Kanto. And she offered Josephine a research assistant position in Saffron City. So that's essentially what she's here for. She's here to see her cousin. I should have said that before, blanked out. So that's what she's here for. Josephine, she eventually moved out to White Tree Hollow because she was originally from a berry farm. But now she's in White Tree Hollow, and she just, hangs out, helps Pokemon, and she likes to travel a lot. She's also very excitable, and she loves food.
Heck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
All right. Bumping it over to Bri.
So, Bri came down to Vermilion City because he's heard a whole lot about the Kanto Open, and he was more interested in seeing what kind of people were going there, what kind of competition it was, and he has actually been on a personal fitness journey for the past couple of months. He's been doing daily workouts. He's been trying to get swole, and basically trying to be the best version of him that he can be, while also trying to now acquire his license to get some great workout buddies.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
And just so I'm aware, in character, are we saying all this?
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
awesome. I'm gonna say, oh, if you want to work out, I'm not sure I would be able to keep up, but I'd be more than willing to try. If you'd be willing to teach me.
Probably
Help,
might do.
help. I'm gonna like almost be like, is it you gonna help me build my gains or like he's not really sure about the terminology. Um, I'm gonna like just like be kind of nodding in response to that though. He's definitely interested in everything, and he I'm so sorry if you guys did say this. Did you say where you were supposed to meet your cousin?
Yeah, it's gonna be in Kanto and Saffron City.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm gonna say okay. So Saffron City. It sounds like we have a destination to go off of. I'm like, okay, that's yeah. I'm more than willing to go there. And what about yourself, Jefferson?
Jefferson is gonna say that he here is a rite of passage. He's attempting to understand what his uncle meant with his last words before he left after dropping myself off, while figuring out what my own goals are.
I see.
Um,
That's-
I'm
that's all.
supposed to be meeting somebody, but my uncle didn't give me very much to go on.
I see.
So I've been kind of waiting for a moment. Maybe the professor might have a free second I can ask him.
Okay. I think Kieran is going to Kieran's going to nod and say, all right. Well, I mean, we can. I'm along for the ride. I'm willing to go anywhere that you all are. A little bit about myself. I like exploring old ancient ruins. It's a huge hobby of mine. I heard that Johto is nearby. They have the ruins of Alf, and I've heard a few tourist spots here as well. Some okay. I don't want to metagame. Tony, do I actually know about the tourist spots?
Yeah. Yeah. We
Okay.
mentioned you saw them in a pamphlet at the airport.
That's right. That's right. Okay. And there's a few tourist spots. There's a few tourist spots here that have kind of drawn my attention as well. So I suppose I'm really just in it for the exploration. Lavender Town is another point of interest for me.
You guys will hang out the next couple of hours, just talking to each other, and time will pass. Eventually, it'll be 7 o'clock, and you'll mosey on over to the battle arena within Vermilion Central Park. Cindy is excited. She's flapping all around your head, Jefferson. She's got loads and loads of energy. The Evie is curled up in your arms, Josephine, and Ralph's a little jealous. He's
Oh,
looking down at the Evie, seeing you hugging him, and he's quietly jealous, like just watching it. Dinky is latched onto you like a backpack, Bri. Like the the antenna is draped over your shoulders, and she's just holding on to the back. And then El Champo has sort of gotten over his grumpiness from this morning,
Heck
um,
yeah.
and he is eating something. You don't know what it was, but he's chowing down on something.
I'm gonna look over at him. I'm gonna say, "What is in your mouth?"
He's gonna eat it faster.
I'm gonna like get on grab him. I'm gonna try to like, pull his jaws in.
You try to pull his jaws open, and you'll see that he was eating a pine cone.
Okay, I'm gonna just kind of like look at him. I'm gonna say, "That's probably bad for you," but I'm going to go ahead and let you figure that out. Go ahead.
So after some time, Professor Dragonblood will be waiting patiently at the center of the battle arena. He has a group of silhouetted people behind him. And he's going to ask that all of you form an orderly line at the side of the arena and release your loner Pokemon.
Okay.
And everyone will line up. I believe you guys actually had your Pokemon out at the time.
Yeah.
So they'll walk out in front of you. Everyone else will line up and they'll toss out their Pokemon. And Dragonblood will speak. Trainers, throughout the Kanto Open, you have been using these powerful and well-trained Pokemon partners to see you through the challenges we set before you. And tonight, I would like to treat you by introducing you to the very trainers who raised these Pokemon. and from behind him, the silhouettes step forward. Each of your loner Pokemon are going to get excited as they see their original trainers. For Wildfire, um, you're going to see that Wildfire is going to be whinnying and tapping the ground. Wildfire's trainer is going to step forward. It's going to be a grown man, which might be this part might be disappointing to you, Bri, is he's just a normal looking guy. He's going to head forward and he's going to try and shake your hand. He's like, "Hey, my name's Kelly."
Oh, Kelly, it's very nice to meet you, dude. You've got yourself one killer Pokemon.
Thanks. Yeah, I've raised Wildfire since I was just a youngster. Had big hopes and dreams of becoming a Pokemon master. Now I'm just a common family man. I've raised Wildfire since they were just a pony to foal. And then over with Jimothy, you'll see the person is going to walk towards you. It's going to be an elderly woman. She's got like a tan skin, purple dress, a little bit of a she's got like a sun hat on, and she'll walk forward with a cane and say, "Hello, young lady. Have you been treating Jimothy nicely?" And she's going to like pat his jowls, and Jimothy's going to like let out this happy groan. He's like,
Oh, of course. I've been taking
Ma'am,
such
he
good
doesn't
care of
belong to
him.
you. Is what I'm
she's going to say that you see, me and Jimothy, we've been trying to keep together we've been trying to keep each other active. You see, I think exercise is probably why I've lived so long, and it's probably why he has too, sort of poking his big old belly.
Hell yeah.
Aw,
She can say, "I used to
so
be a gym
sweet.
leader, you know."
Wow, that's wonderful.
She'll say, "And what's your name, young lady?"
Oh, I'm Josephine.
"Well, pleased to meet you. My name is Lindsay."
It's so nice to meet you, Lindsay.
Before you, Kieran,
So cute.
will be a puff of smoke and sparks.
I'm gonna jump back and I'm gonna fall onto my ass. I'm gonna say I'm sorry. I'm almost going to flinch as that happens. Kieran's going to be shaken from the event earlier.
Mime is going to be rapidly clapping but making no noise. And before you is a man with a tall top hat with a red ribbon around the base of it. And he's wearing a red and black stage magician's outfit. And he says, "Welcome to the greatest show in Kanto. Before
Okay,
you stands Leviticus the Magnifique."
oh my God, I'm so glad to see you, Leviticus. It's such a pleasure to meet you. It's an honor. I'm gonna go ahead and extend my hand.
He'll shake your hand with a gloved hand and say, "Always pleased to meet an adoring fan. I take it you've heard of my show if you were excited to see me."
No, not entirely, but you
He'll
can raise.
immediately get on all fours, and you'll see
No.
like the anime groan lines. He's like, "No one ever knows who Leviticus the Magnifique is."
Oh, don't get me wrong. I would love to learn who you are. Um, I'm simply new to the region. I just got here. I'm sure that many of the natives of Kanto are very familiar with you. After all, you raised such an all-star Pokemon here. Madomime has been wonderful.
Yeah, he gets up and he brushes himself off, and you'll see two other figures walking towards you, Kieran. Um, as Anthony and a male Jinx
Ooh.
will stand there,
Oh,
and the male Jinx has short cut, like the blonde hair is the same, short cut, undercut, wearing a red tight shirt with black slacks. Still has the makeup on, so it's got like the ruby red lips, but it doesn't have the long eyelashes. Um, and the Jinx is going to grab on to Leviticus's arm and just like kiss all the way up, and you'll hear like a French accent, mwah 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 mwah, all the way up.
I'm I'm gonna say, oh, okay, hold on. So it did that to Leviticus, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, so whenever I look over and I see Anthony, I'm gonna say, "Oh, hey, just so you know, I haven't forgotten about our arrangement. I'm working on getting the money. All right."
He pays you no mind.
That's fair. Kieran's gonna say, all right, I take it we're good, and I'm gonna go ahead and like look back to
Leviticus. Leviticus will set a hand on the top of both Metal Mime and the Jinx, and he'll say, "These are both my Pokemon. I'm quite an esteemed trainer, you see." And what is the name of the young man who sees to my most important trusted assistant?
Oh, that's me, isn't it? Yeah. My name is Kieran, sir. It's a pleasure to meet you again.
Kieran.
Yes.
What an exotic name.
Thank you. I
Quite
actually
like
come from
Leviticus, but not as exotic.
Yeah, I suppose it's not quite as exotic. I come from the Hoenn region, actually. Yeah.
Grand. And he's going to over to Jefferson and Rocky. Rocky is going to be jumping in place like almost idle fight animation. Super excited. You see a big smile on a Pokemon that doesn't even have a mouth, and you're going to see a middle-aged man with a ponytail. He wears like a leather jacket, not like black leather, but like almost like buckskin with tassels down the side. He wears some turquoise beads on a necklace, and he wears glasses. He's gonna head over and he'll say, "Oh hey man, are you the one who trains Rocky?"
Yeah, I've had Rocky with me since we started this competition.
That's so awesome! And he's gonna fist bump Rocky and then put up another fist to fist bump you.
I love this.
He's gonna kind of look at his own hand before he like sticks it out and fist bumps him.
He's gonna say that he'll tell you, "My name's Huey. I run a records shop with my husband Teo and Cinnabar. You know, me and Rocky, we used to train really, really hard because we were going to challenge the gyms. Well, we never got around to facing any of them. We had more fun getting training and getting stronger." And Rocky's going to like power stance and nod.
Hell
Jefferson's
yeah.
just gonna like look pretty amazed, kind of like listening intently.
Huey will tell you that anytime you come over to Cinnabar, you should stop by the record shop. I'll show you all the music that Rocky likes to listen to. I'm sure he hasn't been able to help but dance, huh?
He definitely decided it was his show at the beginning of this competition.
It sounds like my little champion. He's gonna like sort of slug him on the arm, and he's gonna say, "Did he show you the legally distinct Michael Jackson dance?"
Yes, that was his passion of choice.
After the introductions are complete here, Dragon Blood will announce that tomorrow is the final day of the Kanto Open. The challenge tomorrow is not going to be a secret to you all. It'll be a tournament-style bracket of one-on-one single battles. I'd like to remind you what's on the line. If you have not passed the challenges of 1 or 2, round 3 is the final chance to do so. You must land in the top 4 to receive a license, if you have not passed already. The winner of tomorrow's event will receive not only a sum of money, a special item, and a starter Pokemon as well. I'd like you all to take this time to make sure that you and your Pokemon are tip-top and rested, because tomorrow is the big day. And he's going to point over to Kieran, who's raising his hand.
How much money are we talking, sir?
Well, that'll be announced at the end of the tournament.
Oh, all right.
Jefferson's gonna raise his hand.
Is it above or around 20,000? Or I guess
Or
25,000. Huh?
he'll point over to Jefferson too.
Is the starter from this region?
I would like to keep all the details about the rewards under wraps. But rest assured, I'm sure you'll all enjoy it. Have a good evening, everyone. And he's going to go ahead and bow and say, "I have some business to attend to, and make sure that tomorrow's event goes smoothly." And he'll walk away off in the direction of the stadium.
Before Anthony leaves, I actually want to look over to Anthony and I'm gonna say, hey, so good luck tomorrow. Hope you place well. I hope I
As
beat you though. That way I can help pay that sum back. I'm gonna say just like that.
as everyone is sort of scattered about, and you guys are a little ways away from each other, Anthony will step closer to you, Kieran, and say, "I believe I've found your secret, Kieran Vaughn." And he's going to give you a light smile and say, Perhaps you will pay that debt back, won't you?" And then he'll walk away.
Kieran's gonna be a bit confused at first. I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna say, "All right, I'll see you then." I'm gonna walk back to my people.
You walk back to the homies.
Oh god.
Homies United, and
That's our group name.
Yeah, that needs to be our group name.
Homies United.
We
And
have, like, a signal.
you gotta have a secret handshake.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a signal to like call us all together. Like we like look up, it's like homies assemble, and we all have to like.
So the four of you will walk back towards the Vermilion Savoy. Is there anything on your mind or anything you'd like to talk about before you turn in for the night?
Josephine's just gonna be really worried about the ED that she's got.
Every
She
now
wants
and
to
then
make sure
he lets out a little.
No, that's so sad. She's just gonna spend her time making sure that he's okay. A little too much, probably. A little overbearing, but that's what she's gonna do.
He doesn't seem to mind.
Nice.
Yeah, he's taken to you pretty quickly. What were you saying though, Jefferson?
Jefferson's gonna kind of like look at him as they're walking back and just kind of ask him like, so since we're not technically trainers, do our Pokemon have trainer numbers? He kind of like looks at Cindy like
question.
bouncing around.
I think it would be public knowledge that it's like the difference between having a state issued ID and a driver's license. It's registered to like your ID number, but not to a trainer's license. So they do have IDs, and that is bound to the Pokeball. The Pokeball is registered with that ID.
Okay.
You'll turn in for the night. Everyone will have a restful sleep, and then the next morning, it'll be time. It's the big day, round 3 of the Kanto Open, and we will we'll sort of jump cut. You guys are already there at the stadium and prepped for this battle, ready to walk out. And let's go ahead and do a D20 roll off to see who is going to go first in their battles. Nicole,
Jeremy twins.
Nicole and Jeremy, go ahead and roll me another one. You guys tied with 17.
Oh no.
Oh.
Nice. All right. So up first is going to be Bri. Bri, let's go ahead and get Wildfire out here. 1 second. I'm going to have a map change in just a moment. I'm going to pull you guys onto this. So first up is going to be Bri. And Bri, you will have your name called and walk out to the arena. Do you do anything as your introduction?
I think Bri is mostly going to just walk alongside Wildfire and just like raise his hands up, trying to get the crowd pumped. That's pretty much it.
I want to look to Bri, and I'm
Oh
gonna
gosh.
say, Bri, you are one of the toughest up and coming trainers I have ever seen. I know you were gonna knock this first round out of the park. I cannot wait to see you in action.
Thanks, my dude.
Well, I'm
You
gonna
got this,
offer a
Bri.
fist
You're gonna
bump.
beat. Josephine's just gonna be screaming on the backside.
Hell yeah!
They're like, "Whoa, Bri, you can do this!"
I'm gonna have Maddle Mime and El Champa ready to help cheer you on.
Jefferson, do you have any nice words to say to Bri before he goes out there?
Jefferson doesn't care.
Jefferson just kind of like looks at him, kind of raises his hand up, and he's like, "Ho's with you today. You got this."
Bri is gonna just kind of like cock his head a little bit, reach his hand out for the fist bump, be like, "Yeah, ho, be praised, yeah."
Out from the back, he's going to walk. Ignore the name of the trainer, but out from the back will walk a small. It's the same nerdy boy as yesterday, the one with the Coke bottle lens glasses, who's got the the black and white bug Pokemon on his shoulder, and he's gonna chuck out this enormous hulking yellow beast with two electric cables coming off of its tail and sparking electricity, and he's gonna say, "Come on out, Electivire!"
Didn't even
Still
name
so
it. God.
intimidating, even with that voice.
Yeah.
Like that Electivire gave me chills.
Yeah, bro. I think Electivire is so kick-ass.
He's gonna point across the arena and say, Bri, you are my opponent today. And this Electivire named. What is the Electivire's name?
Wait on you, bro.
Shaquille O'Neal.
No. Okay. Shaquille O'Neal. And this Electivire, Shaquille O'Neal, will deliver a slam dunk victory to you. I mean me.
That Loki sounds like a great name for an Electros.
I love it.
And the two of you will be called to the center of the arena to shake hands. You'll have the crowd all around you. So you two will shake hands at the middle of the arena and head back to your respective areas. Now, this is going to be league rules, right? So trainer actions will go first. However, if you don't want to actually use the trainer actions, that's totally fine, and I can just eliminate that from this side as well. Just make it something where only the Pokemon are battling. That way, it's a bit easier to manage. But that's up to you. Unless if you have stuff that you want to do, then we can.
Yeah, I think realistically, just having it be purely the Pokemon, because Bri only has two things that he could do, and
Okay.
I don't want to metagame like initiative and stuff before we even see it. So I'm just gonna take that possibility out.
All right. Then what is the speed of Wildfire?
Wildfire's speed is 25.
25. That puts Wildfire first. The referee is going to raise one arm and say, "Let the battle begin."
First thing that Wildfire is going to do is it's going to cast Agility on itself to raise its speed combat stage by 2.
Okay. So it'll cast Agility. How does Agility look, do you think?
I feel like it's just kind of like if you've seen like a bucking bronco, but just all in one stationary place as opposed to like going around in a circle, just like amping itself up.
Okay. All right. Then it'll be kicked over to the Electivire's turn, and this thing will move forward for sure. It's going to begin charging. Not like electric wise, just like full sprinting in your direction. It seems heavy aggressive, and it'll be able to make it halfway across the arena in the direction dead set for Wildfire. And you'll hear like the sparking of electricity like that, and that hum of zoom, 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 as you see sparks connecting with the two tails and creating a circuit. And it'll have like this deep bellow yell as it runs. And it's back to Wildfire.
Okay. So seeing the charging Electivire, Wildfire is going to just run in straight head on with the Overland speed 10. I should be able to reach him easily and cast Flame Charge upon impact.
A trail of fire will be left behind. This is going to hit, and that'll raise your speed at another combat stage as well. But a trail of fire will be left behind as Wildfire charges forward. And how does the hit connect?
The hit is going to be the the horn from the Rapidash's head is going to have this kind of like, I mean, the mane from the back of the Rapidash's head is going to kind of focus more towards the horn on its head, and as it collides, it's going to put out basically what the visual effect would be of like a sonic boom, but in a flame circle.
Nice, nice. All right. That hit will land, dealing a pretty hefty hit, and the announcer will call it that Wildfire has delivered a hefty flame charge directly onto Shaquille O'Neal. The boy on the other side, who I forgot to call him out, so his name is Barker Payne. And Barker is going to call for Shaquille. Shaquille, you're in close! Go ahead and use your Thunder Punch!
Yeah, it's definitely gonna hit.
And that'll hit for...
Ooh.
Holy.
Electivires hit hard. Oh my god.
57.
Okay. About to
Plus
say,
5,
holy-
62. I have to manually add that.
Oh gosh.
And yeah, the Electivire's ability Type Aura makes the user and all allies within 3 meters gain a plus 5 bonus to damage rolls with moves matching the user's primary type.
Okay. And which defense am I using to subtract?
This is a physical attack, so standard defense.
Okay, so that did 49 damage.
Major hit from Shaquille O'Neal.
You got it, Bri Bri! I'm like yelling from the audience.
I told you, you need to bring a point guard to score the goal. It's clear Barker has no idea of what sports terms are, and neither do I. But I'm gonna push it forward onto Barker.
Also, because of the free action per scene ability Flame Body,
Ooh.
Fire is now burned.
Burned. All right. So as this Thunder Punch lands, the punch will land first, and then a jolt of electricity will swarm down its arm and electrocute Wildfire. But its hand having to be sat there for long enough, you're going to see that the fur on its fist is going to ignite, and it's going to be badly burned. Okay. And what burned does... Burned. The target's defense stat is lowered by 2 combat stages for the duration of the burn. Fire-type Pokemon are immune to becoming burned if a burned target takes a standard action or is prevented from taking a standard action by an effect such as sleep, flinch, or paralysis. They lose a tick of hit points at the end of that turn. And it is Wildfire's turn.
Okay. Now being in melee range, going to Wildfire is going to rear back and from the tip of the horn going to cast Flame Wheel on the Electivire.
Okay. So the flame is going to come out of the horn and begin to spiral back into its mane and just form this constant cycle of flame that's being fed back into itself until it fires off. And that is going to hit. And if he wasn't already burned, it would be burned as well. Almost max damage. Almost. 50 total damage. Big hit.
I'm just gonna call out to Wildfire and say, pull back, retreat for now.
So as you move away from him, he does try to make that hit. 10 is going to hit. The tail is going to swing around. The electric tail is going to try and hit you. This does do electric damage, so it's going to be 32 physical electric damage. And it's Shaquille's turn. And he'll say, just get it a little bit closer, Shaquille. And from here, Barker will command Electivire to use Swift. And Swift cannot miss, dealing 46 special damage.
Okay, still up, but very, very injured.
You did it, Shaquille! I'm very proud of you.
You and Wildfire got this! Come on!
You can do it.
It'll be back
Are
to
the
Wildfire's
bikers in the
turn.
crowd?
Are the
They
bikers in the crowd? good question.
We'll say yeah. Alvin is up in the crowd, and they are cheering you on.
Hell yeah.
Shaquille is also going to take that tick of burn damage. But the bikers are cheering you on. Come on, you can do it.
What they said.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to attempt one more flame charge. So gonna run in. Same thing as before. Horn first, trying to hit Electivire square in the chest.
Oh no. You rolled a crit fail, and with that, I think Electivire just sort of sidesteps it. And go ahead and move your full speed in that direction. But it is going to be a miss, a critical fail.
Full speed in that direction. Okay, so
Yeah. You're doing great, Shaquille. Just hang in there. Go ahead and move in close. Shaquille will get up right here in front of Wildfire and say, I want you to try and use your low kick. And that's a critical fail. No way. 2 crit fails back to back. Shaquille is going to get down to the ground, and forgetting that he had that burn on his hand, he puts all his weight on it, and the kick just fails. He is going to be prone right now, holding his fist, and it is back to Wildfire's turn. He takes another tick of burn damage for that.
Wildfire at this point is out of a lot of potential, so just gonna have to try to go with one more flame wheel. Bri is gonna shout out, "Come on, Wildfire! You definitely got this, man."
And that's going to hit. How do you win this?
The flame wheel is I'm gonna make it to where it's not from the horn this time, but it's actually going to kind of spur from around the mane before being projected into Electivire, who's prone on the ground.
Barker will put his hands up. No, Shaquille, and he'll rush onto the field, and the ref will call, Electivire has been defeated. Rapidash is the winner. And they'll recall Shaquille. You did your best, Shaquille.
Bri is going to run up to Barker and say, "Listen, little dude, just because you lost today doesn't mean you're going to lose forever. You did very good out here."
I appreciate it, Bri. You're a really good guy.
You too, my little dude. You too.
And you'll walk out of the arena. The crowd will cheer you both on. Round of applause for everybody. The bikers have lost their mind yet again, seeing how amazing that fight was. And the next fight that will be called will be Josephine versus Cindy Pewter.
You got this, Josephine. I guess I'll watch Evie while you're out there, because I don't know if that would get. I mean, I don't know. You can hold him if you want. I want to hold the little
I'm gonna
guy
hold
too.
him while I'm in the middle of the battle.
I was like, we can watch Evie for you.
You gotta get like a little papoose of Baby Bjorn.
I want a fucking Baby Bjorn for fucking El Champa, little shit.
So they'll announce both sides. Josephine Davis versus Cindy Pewter. You'll throw out your Pokemon. The two of you will walk towards the front and shake hands. And Cindy will say, I can't believe I have to fight that fat, stinky Pokemon.
I'm gonna get so mad.
Keep that thing away from mine, okay? Diamond Girl is not going to take anything like that. I don't want to have to do a deep clean. I mean, I was going to take Diamond Girl to the spa anyways. But if I have to wash it down because your filthy, disgusting Pokemon touched it, I swear.
Hey Cindy, that's great. Why are your teeth so yellow?
She's gonna cover her mouth.
Damn.
So worried about my Snorlax, you can't even brush your teeth.
She's gonna storm off. She's embarrassed. She's gonna like pull out like a little hand mirror.
Right,
I hope
right,
so.
shouting
I
out
hope I
from
made
the
her
stands.
self-conscious for the rest of
Fuck
the
it
game.
up, little sis.
Kieran's just gonna be covering his mouth like, oh my god.
Oh
Like, they're so
Good.
mean.
Like, oh my god, are my teeth yellow? Fuck.
Mm.
No, yeah, are my
That
teeth
is the
yellow? Oh my
meanest
god.
voice we've ever gotten.
Wait, does this mean we're mic'd up while we're down there? Or is it just like close enough for we to hear them talking?
Oh yeah, I guess.
Think
I guess they probably wouldn't.
about like it'd be kind of funny if they left them mic'd up.
yeah. What is the speed of Jimothy?
Speed agility.
I think it's 12, right?
Yeah.
So that being said, that means Diamond Girl gets to go first.
Ew.
Diamond Girl will just slowly drag herself along the arena, not in her favorite environment. And from
Okay.
there, she will. Cindy is gonna say, "Diamond Girl, sing that pretty song for me," and you're going to hear what sounds like a siren song come from the throat
Lord.
of this Lapras. Yeah, its blue fins and shell are going to stay stationary, but its long neck of this Lapras is going to swing back and forth, and Diamond Girl is going to sing you or sing Jimothy a song. And this song is Parish Song, so you can read the effect. I've sent it to the chat there. Parish Song cannot miss. All targets, including the user, receive a parish count of 3, and at the beginning of each of the target's turns, their parish count is lowered by 1. Once a parish count reaches 0, set the Pokemon's hit points to 0. A parish count disappears if a target returns to their Pokeball, takes a breather, or is knocked out. Parish Song never causes massive damage. So
I'm not sure I understand that 100%.
basically, she has
Oh.
given you 3 turns before Jimothy guarantees knocks out, unless you take a
Most
breather.
Lapras has it too now.
Yeah,
Correct?
Yeah, but it only goes into effect at the beginning of each turn.
of the target. Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
At the beginning, okay,
well,
that's
of
where
all
it comes from. I thought
targets.
it was at the end. Yeah.
Oh yeah. At the beginning of each
And
of the
will-
target's turns.
You have 3 turns. Is the bottom line.
Great.
I will say you can take a breather to get rid of it, which
Mhm.
requires basically using up your turn to do so.
Great.
And if you do take a breather, you don't have to worry about the count anymore.
Hmm.
Can you take a breather at like the last turn, like when she's only got 1 left?
Yeah, and it is Jimothy's turn.
Can Jimothy use yawn immediately?
You are not close enough for Yon.
Oh, that's right. I have to move close on. Gosh, dang. Okay. So this is Overland, right?
Yep.
So he's gonna move 5 species, and that's it. He can just move.
You can go ahead and do your. Oh no, you can't take a breather because you've already moved. Never mind. So yeah, next turn, if you want to, you can take a breather. If not, you've still got your parish counter. So your parish counter is down to 2. It's now over to Diamond Girls. Diamond Girls is down to 2, and Diamond Girl will go ahead and use her round to take a breather, and it is Jimothy's.
No, I think Jimothy's also gonna take a breather because there's not really. I mean, all he can do is just keep moving, so I might as well just take a breath.
Cindy will say, "Oh, your Pokemon's already out of breath? No wonder he's so fat."
I hate her.
Your Pokemon took one first. I'm so offended. I'm offended on Jimothy's behalf.
Diamond Girl moves forward and uses
She better not.
show him your ice beam.
Ew,
That'll hit,
not that. Thanks.
dealing 49 special damage.
How did we
Does
calculate the
Snorlax
damage
not
again?
have any
Forgot.
special evasion?
I thought that was it's a 0. It's a 0. Okay, yeah, never mind. He for sure has a 2 for speed. So yeah, that misses. That's my bad. I misread that. Turned up my brightness.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, the ice beam misses.
So since he took a breather, he doesn't have that counter, right?
Right. Yep, he's safe.
So I've got a body slam, and it says his range is distance. So is that something I can do from here, or do I still have to move closer?
Body slam is a melee ranged move. So
Is
you
it?
would have to move. Yeah, you would have to move closer. Which you've got 5 spaces of movement, so you could get it within melee range and then use body slam.
Bam. So I use body slam then. Come on, Jimothy. Do I roll the AC or the?
The
Oh
AC.
yeah, I roll the
Yep.
first.
Let's
Critical hit.
go.
Critical hit. How does Jimothy hit this? Describe the
Kind of like a
body
super
slam for me.
would, where he just kind of does this whole where he puts one arm up and he's got this other hand like this, and he's a fist, and he just comes up and just bam, flattens straight on this thing.
Heck yeah. Roll the damage for it. Okay, so that
Horse is also paralyzed.
yep. That dice roll is it 18 plus 86, 24 plus 10, 34. So 68 plus 22, 90 damage for that critical hit.
Let's go. Yay, Jimothy. I imagine Josephine's in the back just like screaming like, yay, Jimothy.
Enormous hit. And it's paralyzed now.
Yeah.
So let me grab
Fantastic.
what paralysis does.
You got this, Josephine.
A target speed stat is lowered by 4 combat stages. At the beginning of each turn, the target is paralyzed. They must roll a DC 5 save check. If they succeed, they act normally. If they do not, they cannot take any standard shift or swift actions. And that is going to actually let Jimothy go again because now Diamond Girl is paralyzed. Slower.
We're just gonna do a struggle move, I think.
That'll hit.
So Jimothy's gonna smack. And for
The 31. So it's over to Diamond Girl. She can move this turn with a 12.
Mm.
Diamond Girl is going to use Hydro Pump
hmm.
and critically fail. So Diamond Girl is going to charge up the water, and you're going to see like a pain spike surge through Diamond Girl. She's going to wince and just like throw up and spit up the water.
Man, this girl talks so much shit and her Pokemon is losing.
Cindy is getting visibly angry and stomping and said, "Whoever trained this Pokemon was a terrible Pokemon trainer."
Josephine's gonna get mad on this random
Rude
Pokemon trainer's
opinion.
behalf and scream about how Diamond Girl's doing her best. So leave her alone.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
And it is Jimothy's turn again.
Whole crowd erupting.
Let's see. Can I do struggle again where I just kind of keep hitting her?
Yeah, you can. You do have other moves though.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to think of different ways to
Yeah.
use them though.
I was like, I don't want to influence you at all, but struggle is definitely like a weaker move.
Yeah, but I like the idea of a Snorlax just bam, bam, bam.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I'm trying to think of other ways I could use these because I'm low.
Your struggle attack will hit
Let's go.
for 30 damage. Diamond Girl's turn. Let's see if she can move. She can move. She's gonna try for another Hydro Pump and miss this one as well. Same thing. The body slam from earlier, it has clearly left this Lapras in a lot of pain.
Good.
And she's struggling to spit up any water. And it's Jimothy's turn again.
Okay, so I think this time we're gonna try to use rollout. Let me see if I understand how to use this first.
Cindy's gonna like chuck a rock at her own Pokemon.
That's so mean. Oh my goodness.
She's not gonna be able to take her turn this time.
Heck yeah.
I still
like
I
that.
keep rolling, right?
Yeah, you'll roll again. And you'll be able to take it this time?
Let's go. Can we use body slam again? Or is he paralyzed so we can't actually move?
No, you can.
Yeah.
It's only if you roll a 5 or below on your d20.
Right. Okay. So then we're gonna do body slam. Hope for the best. Or not.
Funny enough, I think that might still hit, but let me check.
Fingers crossed.
No, that is one off. One off. His evasion's
Why
2.
couldn't you say yes?
I'm sorry.
You hurt my feelings.
Sorry.
Apologize to Timothy.
And it'll be back to Diamond Girl, who is going to be able to take their turn this time. And they're going to use Ice Beam.
What about the sleep?
Oh! Yeah, because they couldn't take their turn last time. So they would have fallen asleep last turn. Thank you. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So they are, they're actually asleep, so I got to roll for that one. We'll use that roll for the paralysis roll, but we'll see if they actually wake up from the sleep. Okay, at the end of each of their turns, they take a 16 save to wake up. And they don't wake up, so it is back to Jimothy's turn. Yeah, he is. He's gonna be paralyzed. There's like a little bit of
Fantastic.
static coming off both sides. So we will
It's gonna be the most
do.
boring I've ever seen.
There's gonna be an ability that is used by the other side. Let me see if it's. I don't think he can actually take any. Never mind. So the paralysis is fine, and then he wakes up as well, and that's the end of the turn. So it's awake, still paralyzed. Back to Jimothy.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, he's able to take his turn this time. Sadly, you're not able to break out of the paralysis unless you're an electric type, but you are able to take your turn.
I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna try to roll out again. I think. Hope for the best.
That'll hit. 31. And then if you hit again, that's where the damage really starts to ramp up. That's the big selling point for rollout. But 31 to start with, not too shabby.
Mhm.
Minus that
Mhm.
defense on this side.
So do I
Okay.
just keep using rollout until it misses? Is that what this says?
Yep.
Yeah,
That's what
you
it
start
right now.
using it till
Okay.
Yeah, or unless you're not able to hit any target with rollout during your turn. So if you fail paralysis, then you don't have to use
Mhm.
rollout anymore. But
Right. Okay.
so the Diamond Girl's able to use her turn. She's going to use her ability Hydration to cleanse
Ooh.
herself of paralysis.
Wow.
That was a swift action, and Labras's actual turn is going to be using just a struggle attack, landing for 30 minus your 17 defense. 13 damage. That's what you take.
Fantastic.
And it's back to Jimothy.
Okay.
Roll a d20 to see if you can take your turn.
Mhm.
5 or more, you are able to take it.
Okay, so I just do rollout again.
Yep.
Yes.
Let's hope for the
But
best.
you got to roll to
Sorry.
hit first. Yeah. And before you roll
Oh, yeah, my
damage,
bad.
increase.
Mhm.
There's going to be a spot over to the side that says plus. Add 4 onto that side.
Where? I'm sorry.
Next to DB, there's a number and then a
Okay.
plus and then 0. It changes 0 to 4.
Mhm.
But roll to hit first,
Oh.
and that'll hit.
Oh.
So now go ahead and roll that damage.
So do I add the 4 now?
Yes.
Or okay, sure.
41. Okay. And this rollout, how do you end it?
Mhm. How do I end it? I think I think Jimothy just kind of rolls straight out and he just kind of rolls over. Like he's just
All right.
right over the just strong. Nothing too special. But
Okay.
definitely flattens her a little bit.
So runs over Diamond Girl, and then on the other side, the referee
Mhm.
puts his hand up and calls it. And the winner is Snorlax! And Cindy Pewter is not even going to
Hey.
recall Diamond Girl.
Yay!
She's just going to walk away.
Oh my god.
You terrible, terrible woman.
whole crowd breaks out in boos.
Josephine's gonna holler out, "Good job, Diamond Girl!" But it's gonna ignore Cindy completely.
Next up, we have Jefferson Davis versus Chandler. How do you feel about hearing that name called?
Yeah, Jefferson nerves get to him.
Okay.
He's kind of locked up, remembering back to what he saw when we first got our loner Pokemon and seeing that what Pokemon Chandler had.
And you will see that Charizard thrown out for him. It's going to unfurl its wings, massive in size, and let out fire into the air. But Rocky doesn't seem to be intimidated at all. Rocky's doing some shadow boxing. And I think that might lend to your nerves a little bit, is remembering how strong this Pokemon is. You're going to get a flashback to yesterday of whenever Rocky burst out of the water and punched that Tentacruel right in the back of the head. And you know deep down that this Pokemon can do it.
Anyone
Well,
can, Rocky can.
Mhm.
what is Rocky's speed?
It is 15.
15? Alright.
Yep.
You got this, Jefferson.
Oh, you don't write it about the Charizard.
So Charizard is going to be able to go first. And Chandler is going to tell him, go ahead and get some movement in on him. Move forward, Charizard. And Charizard's wings will unfurl, and it's going to fly forwards at high speeds in your direction. And it's Rocky's turn.
All right. So Rocky, going to use Rain Dance.
You're going to use Rain Dance? All right. And what does Rain
Yep.
Dance do?
The weather is going to become rainy for 5 rounds. All water type attacks gain a +5 bonus to damage rolls, and fire type attacks suffer a -5 damage.
Okay. So he'll what does his Rain Dance look like?
I think it's gonna kind of play into the fact that he also knows belly drum, so he kind of just starts smacking around on its spiral, and like spitting water up, and it just starts to like collect into a cloud.
Heck yeah. And to sort of play into that dancing and music loving side, you're going to see that same move that happened in the first round where he acts like he's sitting in a chair and he pulls a lever and then it just begins raining. Is he going to move at all?
No. Not yet. Now that we're in rain though, Rocky's ability Swift Swim activates.
All right. And what does Swift Swim do for Rocky?
While in rainy weather or under 50% max hit points, the user's initiative is doubled.
Putting you up to 30. Making it Rocky's turn again.
Hell yeah.
Right.
Go, Rocky.
So I want to move 3 spaces towards Charge.
All right.
And then he's going to tell Rocky to use a water gun.
That is going to hit. Not the best amount of damage you could do, but this is super effective. So 31 minus special defense. That's not a whole lot. Okay, but first hit of the match. And Chandler is going to have... he's going to point out his finger. He's got a very commanding presence. And he's going to tell Charizard, use scary face. And to that, Charizard will loom over Rocky even 3 squares away, look down on him, and snarl.
Spooky.
Which is going to lower his speed by 2 combat stages. His speed is still pretty high, so the initiative is still keeping you at 24, Charizard at 18. And it is Rocky's turn again.
Alright, I think we're going to close in and dynamic. He's just going to tell him to charge in forward, connect with dynamic.
Okay. Critical hit. Let's go. Roll that damage. How does a critical hit like this look?
I think it's gonna look a lot like he's come charging forward. He like swings his arm back at the last second and just uppercuts Charizard in the stomach.
Heck yeah.
Hell
heck yeah.
yeah.
Kind of lifting him off his feet and just like holding him up before he like falls off of his fist because it's not like a good balance.
Yeah.
Jefferson has a vendetta against Charizards.
It'll look exactly like that, and Charizard will take a major hit, roaring up after taking the hit. And Chandler will tell Charizard, let's go ahead and return fire.
He's confused.
Oh, he is confused. Yeah. He'll still tell him return fire, and let's see if I am able to avoid my confusion. I think that actually breaks out of confusion.
16 to
It just
20, I
might.
think, yeah.
Yep, 16 or higher. Okay. And he's going to tell his Charizard to use wing attack. Does that even hit? Does a 3 hit?
What am I looking at?
Your physical or speed evasion, your choice. Whichever's highest.
My physical evasion is 4.
4. All right. Then that is a miss. Charizard's going to swing his wing down and try and hit you with it, but Rocky is going to put his arms up and across and just block it. You'll see like this look of cockiness go across Rocky's face, and it's back to his turn.
Alright, Rocky's going for another dynamic punch. Kind of tossing that wing up out of the way. We're driving in with it.
And that'll be a miss. This time, after pushing the wing away, you'll try and swing, and Charizard will pull his head back. and just like spit embers back. It's not gonna like be like ember attack, but just spitting embers back at Rocky. They'll get fizzled out by the rain. Charizard is going to use Dragon Rage. Critical hit, but unfortunately Dragon Rage just does flat damage. So it's going to deal 15 damage. It's not mitigated, it's just 15 flat. And back to Rocky.
Okay, yeah, I think we're just gonna go for water gun again.
Okay, that's a hit.
Ooh, that's max damage on it too.
Mm-hmm. Charizard is looking pretty beat up. Back to his side. He is going to tell his Charizard to use Wing Attack again. And that's going to be another miss. Another miss. Rocky is going to just put up one arm, like boxer stance, just put an arm up off to the side and block the wing and get back into his fighting stance.
Following into another dynamic. We're gonna do
Heck
my
yeah.
turn.
That's a hit. Jeez. 56 damage.
Crazy.
Now the big takeaway here is it is not a super effective or standard effective move, so he is taking half damage from this. It's still doing a lot. Still doing a lot, but he's resisting quite a bit of it. He'll tell Charizard, go in for another wing attack. You can land it this time.
Roll for confusion.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh yeah, I gotta roll for confusion, you're right. I'm fine on confusion, but I missed my wing attack.
That's so unfortunate.
You're
I'm gonna be
gonna
You're like, Jefferson, you're doing great.
follow up with a water gun on that miss.
You had rolled for dynamic punch.
Yeah, I think I hit it on accident.
Critical hit. And roll damage. Jeez.
Bro, all of the fucking Charizard's misses are going towards Rocky.
Just out of curiosity, is that also adding the +5?
I'm adding it in on my side.
Okay.
It's not listed out there in the damage formula, but how do you end it?
I think it's gonna be okay, so he went for another wing attack and missed it. So I think that's gonna be where I'm gonna Poliwrath as he comes in for the wing attack to swing for is gonna grab him by the neck and toss him down to the ground and just water gun straight to his face.
Jeez.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, the referee's gonna call it. The winner is Poliwrath.
Yeah.
Clean sweep. Did not take any damage.
Oh my god.
Good.
I didn't even notice.
Good match.
Yay, Rocky!
That's
Oh yeah,
crazy.
you took 15 from Dragon Rage. That's right.
Yeah,
Oh my
Still nothing.
god.
Nice.
but that could have been so much worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, very. I was so scared.
Yeah, because wing attack would have done double, or not double, but 1.5, right?
Yep. Yeah, I did this matchup specifically because it's water fighting versus fire flying. So they both have matchups that both counter each other.
Right.
But nice. All right, Jefferson, you and Chandler walk to the center, and Chandler has a big smile, and he's going to shake your hand, and he's going to say, "You did amazing."
Chandler, or not, Jefferson's kind of at a loss for words. He is also smiling, and he tells him that it took both of them to make this match happen, as he sticks his hand out to shake his hand.
He'll shake your hand, and the crowd is going to erupt into cheers, seeing the sportsmanship between the two of you.
Yeah.
Woo!
And last but not least is going to be Huron and
Oh, yeah.
Metal Mime.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm just gonna say, okay, listen. I still entirely intend on honoring that debt, and that hasn't changed. All that I ask is that you keep that name under wraps. I have no idea how you got that name. I don't know who that belongs to, but I'm Kieran Vaughn. I'm here in Kanto to start my Pokemon journey. All right, let's just have a nice little battle here. All right.
Yes, I agree. I figured you'd want to keep it under wraps with your father being a filthy pirate.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna try to laugh and just look at everyone else.
So no one else can hear. It's just you two. It's just you two at the center. No one else can hear, right? So everyone from their perspective just sees you guys basically holding hands in a handshake and talking quietly. And he's got a smile on his face. And he's going to tell you again, yes, I would want to keep my last name hidden too if I came from a family of pirates. You know, your father being knighted over in Hoenn as a greater fate than would have been befell them in Galar. So, Kieran Barlow, if you do not want
Wish
me,
you call me that last name.
if you don't want me to reveal your identity, why don't you go ahead and back out now?
Oh.
Have we already?
Oh
We've
my
already
God.
gotten our license, even if we leave, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Kieran's
Bro's
gonna
like,
kind
I'm
of.
out.
Kieran's gonna kind of like look at him. I'm gonna say, well, what about the money? I mean, I plan on giving you the award even if I win.
Oh, don't worry. Your father said that he would pay it in full.
Oh,
Like lean in, like asking that. I'm going to I'm gonna kind of like look back and forth, and I'm gonna say, okay. I'm gonna like kind of like grit my teeth a bit. Kind of. Oh my god. Okay.
You're
I'm gonna
just gonna
tell
hear
him.
us from the crowd, like, you got this.
we're all cheering.
Do
We're all
it,
doing my
Kieran.
thing.
I'm
Like
going to
all of us
say
are just cheering. Come on.
right. I'm gonna say
Brybray's gonna
okay.
start a chant. Let's go, Kieran. Let's go.
Let's go.
Um, okay. I'm gonna try and like almost like kind of plead with him. I'm gonna say, well, my friends are like really wanting to see me. What if I just give you the awards if I happen to win?
Oh, no, 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 no. No, there is no happen to win because I will win. But the answer is how bad I stomp you. Do you forfeit here, or do you humiliate yourself on the battlefield? That is up to you, Kieran Barlow. Kieran
I'm
Vaughn.
This guy. Okay.
I can't promise my lips will be sealed if you don't forfeit here.
Ooh,
This is gonna seem
I'm
super.
nervous.
This is gonna seem super shameful, but Kieran is going to fake being ill, and Kieran's going to kind of like hold like his head for a little bit. I'm gonna stumble, and I'm going to try to dramatically collapse to the ground.
The referee is going to rush over to you, say, Mr. Vaughn, are you all right?
I'm gonna say I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna say that I think it was something I ate. I'm gonna kind of like hold the side of my head, and I'm gonna say I don't know if I can continue.
I need your final say.
Yeah, I think Kieran's gonna bow out. Kieran's gonna go with it, and he's gonna surrender.
The referee will blow a whistle and wave a flag and say, Kieran Vaughn has retracted from the tournament. Anthony Wedrose is the winner of this round. And he'll flash it down. You guys will see that your friend Kieran just collapsed in the center of the arena. And Anthony will smugly put his hands in his pockets and walk away.
Fuck you, Tony. That absolutely should. I can't like the reason out of game. I can't have him reveal my name. I was like, okay,
You can't.
okay, damn it, dude. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, Kieran's gonna go ahead and kind of be like a little bit disappointed and everything, knowing that he could have given it his all in this battle. But he's gonna kind of like weakly stand up and try to like play it off that this actually is what's going on, and I'm going to kind of walk back to the crowd.
All right. So you'll walk back, and before another round is called, as you guys were expected, Professor Dragonblood will walk out to the center of the arena with a microphone and say, I would like for everyone to give a round of applause to our trainers here today. And the arena will go crazy, whooping and hollering and clapping. I would like to apologize to those who have participated in the tournament today. I haven't been entirely truthful with you.
He's like, Kieran is eliminated because he surrendered.
I told you all that only the winner would receive a starter Pokemon. However, that is not the case. In an effort to make sure that all of you battled with all your might, we told you that only one of you would get the grand prize. But today, all of you will receive your sum of money, special item, and a starter Pokemon courtesy of the Pokemon League.
Kieran is gonna
Heck yeah.
feel really bad for surrendering at this point because like he feels like he didn't quite earn it, and yeah, Kieran's gonna let that shit eat away at him for a little bit. Kieran's gonna be clapping for everyone else to show good sportsmanship, but he's like really, really bummed that he didn't get a fight.
Do you think? Okay, so Jefferson's not gonna realize that, so he's gonna like pat you on the back, just like cheering, like, "Yeah, we did it!"
I'm gonna,
Like, way to
that's fine.
go, buddy. You
I'm
seem to
gonna,
be feeling better.
yeah, a little bit. I don't know. I'm very dizzy. I need to sit down. I'm gonna kind of like sit down. I'm like almost just like freaking like completely bummed. I'm like,
Oh.
Each of you who has passed a round will be called forth. And some of the names you'll hear are going to be Queenie, Barbara Turner, Cindy Pewter,
Oh.
Rob Buffett, Spence Mason, Marcia, Charlie Foxtrot, Chandler, Barker Payne, John Felton, Nance, Bri, Kieran,
yeah.
Josephine, and Jefferson
yeah.
Davis, or Jefferson
Yeah.
Westbrook.
Those are all my buddies. Yeah.
And carded out, you're going to see that Professor Dragonblood, as each of you comes by, he's going to shake your hand, award you your trainer's license, award you 10,000 Poké Dollars,
Hell yeah.
and a Pokemon Encyclopedia,
Oh.
also known as the Pokedex. Each of the four of you are also going to be given the same choices. Okay, taking one does not mean that the pool has shrank. So your choices here, and we'll start with Bri. You're up at the top left. So starting with Bri, your choices are fire, water, grass, electric, fighting, psychic, or dark.
Ooh. I mean, Bri is gonna have to go with fighting.
All
I
right.
feel like that's just what he would do.
Hell yeah, dude.
You will be given a Pokeball, and you'll wait to send it out. Over to Jefferson. Jefferson, which typing do you think you would choose? Fire, water, grass, electric, fighting, psychic, or dark?
Did not list off Jefferson's favorite typing. So, he has to do some thinking of what he might.
He's like, can I choose to not take one?
No, I'm gonna go fire.
Fire. Okay. You'll be given a Pokeball. Kieran.
He's gonna go up and he's gonna say, I really appreciate this, and he's gonna take electric.
Right. And Josephine.
What were the options again?
Fire, water, grass, electric, fighting, psychic, and dark. And the ones that have been taken, you can double down if you want. But I know that a lot of people like their originality. So the ones that have been taken so far are fire, electric, and fighting.
Can I do psychic?
Psychic. Okay. You will be given a Pokeball. Each of you will be allowed to let out your starter Pokemon. Who would like to go first?
Oh, whoops. Sure. Yeah, I'll go first. I'm gonna send it out a little bit.
All right.
Just tiny bit.
You're going to send out your Pokemon. And before you is going to be a small dog. A little yellow dog with a yellow mane, green eyes, and a panting tongue. And you have been given the Corgi Pokemon Yamper.
Oh my god! I'm gonna
Oh,
like look
yeah.
at it. And I'm gonna have like an ecstatic look in my eyes as I'm gonna like kind of hold him. I'm still a little bummed by the whole tournament thing, but his little smile has already made me a little feel a little bit better.
Him and old Chompo are gonna be the Wonder Twins. Terrorizing everybody.
I'm gonna say, "Oh, you little, you're a cute little guy." I'm gonna kind of like look at him. I'm gonna think to myself, "What is your name?" You know, I'm gonna like, and anyway, yeah.
While you're thinking, who wants to go next?
Bri
I
will
will.
go. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Go for
Barbara?
it. No, it's all you.
All right.
So,
So,
purposes were
Josephine, you'll send out your Pokemon. And before you is a short, only about a foot tall, gray cat Pokemon. And
Okay.
its eyes are staring into your soul. Emotionless and flat,
That one.
you have an Esper.
That one's actually cool.
I know this one.
That one is amazing.
And Bri, you toss out yours, and immediately you see this weasel-like Pokemon that takes a kung fu stance. Red legs, red arms, like sort of like a yellow fur coat and round ears. Gonna strike a couple of times, and you have a Mian Fu.
Hell,
Yeah.
And Jefferson, you toss out.
So much like we did with.
I'm sorry. Oh, you're just clicking yours. So you'll send out
click.
yours, and your Pokemon is gonna sit still for a moment. It's kind of shaped like an egg. It's got 3 yellow spots on its tummy, and these really bushy eyebrows. And then all of a sudden, as if like it had its limbs tucked inside of an oversized shirt, it's gonna pop them out. It's got little orange hands and feet and a big old smile. It's gonna stand up and start dancing. You have a Darumaka.
I like Darumaka. Hell yeah. I'm gonna use the encyclopedia and start scanning people's Pokemon in the area if I can. Just like, oh, okay.
Professor Dragonblood will call out to all of you. Say, trainers, I'm truly proud of you in what you could achieve here today, and I hope that you can go on to be great members of our Pokemon League. Now, I don't want to hold you. Go forth and begin your journeys. This hereby ends the commencement ceremony for our Kanto Open. And he'll begin to clap along with the crowd too. You all will put up your hands and walk out of the stadium. And I think that is where we will end our session.
Hell yeah. That was fun.
Everyone did great.
Yeah, it was. That was great.
Good job, everyone. Let's all give ourselves a round of applause.